Okay, hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. You have a lot of books.
These are actually films. I have,
Wow.
let's see, I got uh, Frankenstein right here, and then I have Theater Bazaar
Okay.
and Puppet Master over here.
Yeah, because I live in a library. Look, my books, you see.
Yeah, a lot of
I
plants too.
a lot of stuff. Yes, they're showing in the Cinematheque shows on Sunday a double feature in Santa Monica of first Dracula and then Frankenstein. So there you have it.
Yep. That's a really interesting point. A lot of your classic films seem to be having a resurgence right now just because of Severin and Vinegar Syndrome putting those out. Are you finding like an influx of new fans for those films?
Well, I think everything which really, I would say, changed my life was Swan Song, because I got the amazing critics in the New York Times and every magazine about this film, which was an independent film which I shot in Ohio. And I think through that film and now Blazing World, and I'm doing now the TV show Hunters with Al Pacino. So I think everything comes together at the moment. It wasn't programmed, but it just happened that everything, I had Bacurau, I had the Painted Bird, all kind of very interesting stories. So there you have it.
With the Blazing World.
Yeah.
I watched it last night. Fantastic film. It was a wild ride. How did you get involved with that film?
Well, I got Carlson sent me the script, and I never accept the script unless I meet the director and spend an afternoon with the director. And so she came and to Palm Springs, where I am now, and we had good conversation. And then I went there, and the good thing about it, we shot it during the virus was really on a very high level, and it was the most secure film crew and location I ever met. I mean, I went there, they took me, they tested me, and then we made the film in a farm where nobody was allowed to leave. Even the technician there had their trailers and stayed there, which was it was a good feeling of safety. And we shot the movie basically all around there. So, and I liked it. I saw the movie in Texas, the premiere, because it's amazing, Carlson, how much power she has as a young girl. And she always wanted to make this into a main movie, she told me, but then she made a short film which was very well received in Sundance. So that gave her the first step to be able to make the feature film. But what she did, and she is an amazing person, because to be the writer, the main actress, and the director, it was for me amazing. But she handled it very, very well, and there was no big discussion. And I liked when I saw the film, I mean, also doing the movie, I liked very much the lighting and the atmosphere of me being basically an imagination. It's in kind of strange settings, and with you have to find the key for the three doors and all this. I liked it very much. I had a great time, and I'm happy. It's now she's going, I think, next week to Sitges. Is in competition in Sitges, which is a great festival for suspense and thriller. So yeah, I had a very good time making the movie, and it was a great experience working with her. And I worked basically only with her.
Yeah.
I did not work with her, the actors who also I saw the film. Very, very good, a father and a mother. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stood out for me was the lighting. Also, I thought the music was really well as well.
Yes.
It kind of set the tone for every time you appeared. Um, were This might be a more of a question for her, but I was curious if she mentioned, like, did she always have you in mind to play that role?
Well, I never asked that question at all.
I'll ask her because I'm curious now, especially
You
considering
can
how you got involved.
of course, I would say yes from the beginning. No, I don't. I don't know. But she also wanted to when she came here with the producer, meeting me, and we had a nice lunch. She also wanted to meet me.
Yeah.
You see, it's like if she maybe wouldn't. You see, I found out that's why in the 50 years of making movies, I like independent films. And of course, I like also Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Blade, and Armageddon. But in an independent film, you have more artistic freedom
Yeah.
to talk about it. If you go and do Armageddon and you say, "Oh, I have an idea," they say, "What?"
Yeah, we don't pay you to have
You got
ideas,
a
you know.
script, just do what's in the script. And so that's why also the film I did, Swan Song, it's a very low budget, 18 days shooting, great music. They were lucky to get all the music from Shirley Bassey to RuPaul, got everything. So in here in Blazing World is also the music very, very, very strong. And I was uh, amazed. I was amazed how she directed, acted, and talking to the cameraman and the lighting. It was a great experience. And the
Th-
result, I liked the result. I had I had a great premiere in Texas in an open car cinema, and it was where I had to go at the end in front of all the cars, and they were going woo woo woo, and then the light blinking, and that was a great experience.
well, you mentioned, like, in, when you do a big Hollywood budget, you're on a little bit of a leash. Was there anything that changed, while on set? Did anything change with, like, something you brought to the character? Did you and her work together to maybe make that character your own while on set?
Well, it was if you are imagination of her. So I had also a mask on, and I was basically her imagination and tell her to come
Yeah.
waving into the big other world where there is all the. No, we did not. It was very well written, the script, and I know very well. I mean, I understood what she wanted and how she wanted me to play it, and that's what I did. And I was very, very, very happy. We are still friends, so it wasn't like I never want to see you again. Uh, we are still friends. We talk from time to time, and I'm sure if the right script comes, I will working with her because the thing is now the New York Times and LA Times, everybody, variety writes after 50 years, finally Mr. Kier is a leading man. So now I have to look for leading roles
Yeah.
and not being a guest star. And when the film have success, and I did ask myself why, I understood very well. If you have, as an actor, the leading part, from the beginning till the end, the people live with you. They cry with you, they laugh with you. So I will find something, I'm sure. At the moment, I want to finish Hunters, and then I don't want to hear the word cinema for quite a while.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of jumping back to the question I had in the beginning,
Yes.
you have a huge catalog, like, and these people, all these people are discovering you for the first time, like not me, but other people. Uh,
Yes.
where should they start? I know we're talking about the Blazing World, and we're also talking about Swan Song, but is there is there a particular place in your catalog do you think they should start?
Well, I like the way you say catalog because I don't even have my own movies, but you have them all.
Yeah, come on over.
I come over. I think that is, of course, if there are horror fans, then of course I would suggest Dracula because it was also Dracula, even it looks very big. It was a production done for $300,000 in Cinecittà in 3 weeks shooting. So it was not big, big, big.
Yeah.
It was in Italy. And I think that for horror fans, Dracula is because he's a strange Dracula who says, "I need the blood of a virgin. The blood of these whores are killing me." And I think that wasn't the typical classical British uh, Christopher Lee
Yeah.
at 12 o'clock, the clock. And no, I think I made so many films, and my work, of course, with Carlson was for me incredible. But you see, I also worked 30 years with Lars von Trier, who is one of a big director. There is a director on my phone, but I tell him I cannot talk. Okay, that was Todd Stevens from Swan Song. So that is, it's like there's films with Lars von Trier. I like him as a director because everybody wants to work with him. And we had situation in Darkville where we had dinner in a little hotel where we all lived, and it was Lombercall, Bengi Sarah, James Caan, Nicole Kidman, Chloe Sevigny, Udo Kier. And he says, don't act. Don't forget. Don't act. And I like that. Of course, if you play a vampire, that's I'm not a vampire, but I think that is in the film. That's why the film is from Carlson is for me interesting, not because I'm playing in it. Of course, I say I like the film. It's a normal thing every actor would say. Otherwise, I wouldn't even talk to you. But uh, but the film is very interesting, and you see the talent, her talent of. I wonder what she does next, because her talent is like a very sensitive young woman, and be able to not only write but direct and act, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and she shows good people, like the
Yeah.
cameraman with all the neon lighting and the music. So I think it is. I hope that people, when it comes out, that people really like it.
I think they will, and that would be one of the things would suggest starting with as well. I haven't seen Swan Song, but it just premiered here in Houston, I believe, last month, so I will be checking that out soon.
Please.
Um, yeah, another thing I would suggest is Cigarette Burns, with you obviously, but the John Carpenter film.
Yes, that was a quick story. John Carpenter wanted to meet me. I didn't get the contract, and we met at Musso and Frank's, a famous restaurant, for lunch. And just while I was drinking my coffee, he said, "Okay, yeah, I want to work with you." And then we did, because when you tell an actor, at one point you have to open your stomach because with a knife you have your own projection room and you take the inside of your body into the projector and press the button and it's like a sausage factory. Boom, boom, boom. Of course I loved it. And yeah, it's the only time I like to work also with Rob Zombie. I like to work with people who are not following the regular lines. And they have, like, Carpenter is famous, or when I did Halloween, Rob Zombie, it's like they're different. I
Yeah,
like,
it's a different lens ultimately, and I think that that's why you love them or hate them. I mean, they're going to bring a different perspective, and I think that that's what really matters today to stand out.
yeah, but it's also people don't hate movies.
Yeah,
They
true.
love movies. They just say they hate it, but it's like, for example, I work with people like Lars von Trier, 30 years, and he cannot make a bad movie.
That is correct.
Gus Van Sant cannot make a bad movie. They can make movies that people don't like. That's okay, but it's not a bad movie.
I agree.
And that is the difference. And I think Carlson with Blazing World will is the beginning. It's the beginning, and that's people support her now to get really for next movie even more her fantasy being in reality. It's very good.
Yeah, I agree. And I have a lot of people around me that aren't very familiar with production, and when they say things like that, like they didn't like a film, I have to remind them, kind of like you were saying, that the fact that a film even was finished or started, completed, the fact that you're even seeing a film
Yeah.
is quite the task. And so to kind of conclude, I've listened to many of your recent interviews, and I think a lot of people are afraid to mention Ace Ventura for some reason. And
I love it.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen that film, and you play so many different types of characters, and I need you to like tell me how much fun that was being Ron Kent.
I remember the scene when Courtney Cox comes to my party with Jim Carrey, and she says, "This is my friend. He is a lawyer." And I say, "Does your lawyer friend has a name, or should I call him lawyer?" I mean, and he said, "That was funny." And no, I loved. It was one of his first films, and
Yeah.
the energy this man had then, and I'm still he has it still. I haven't worked with him after Ace Ventura, but I like him very much in that film, and also as a film I saw. You know, there's always films I forgot on purpose. Some journalists said you make more than 200 films. I say, yeah, 100 are bad, 50 you can enjoy with some good alcohol, and 50 films are good. And I think 50 films good, that's a good balance. I made films because you never know. I made films with people, I liked them, and then I realized when we start working, no, that's not, it's not the way I thought I would do it. So there you have it.
Well, I will say that The Blazing World does definitely fall underneath that good category. Yeah, I myself, I live in Houston, but I was an extra in The Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich.
Yeah.
So, and The Blazing World was also filmed in Austin. Littlest Reich was filmed in Dallas. So I have to ask you before we go.
Yes.
Is there a special place? Does Texas have a special place in your heart, or is it just kind of continue to happen that way?
Well, I did also twice a signing of autographs in Dallas.
Yep.
in a hotel close to the airport. And it was also nice because you meet people. You meet also other actors who's sitting there signing also. And I like I like Dallas. Dallas Solier is a friend who would produce Puppet Master, and the people showed me amazing places, garden where you have your beer in gardens and their grill, and that's what I have never been in theater or museums. I only was there to work and then, of course, going to some nice open air places. That's what I remembered. I liked it.
Well, excellent. I actually got a photo with you at Texas Frightmare because I think that they were premiering, or at least the trailer of Puppet Master. But I appreciate your time. I will continue to watch your movies. I look forward to Swan Song, and then I also I'm gonna check out Martha is Dead as well. I just saw the trailer for that, so I'm very excited for the things to come.
All right. Take care. Nice
Thank
talking to you.
you too. Thank you.
Bye.